Having the ability to tap into the power of the Force, Force users could use their connection with this power to produce a wide range of impressive abilities that could be used to enhance one's offensive or defensive attributes. Some of these well-known and deadly abilities include Force Lightning, Force Choke, Jedi Mind Tricks or Effect Mind, and Telekinesis. But not every Force ability is as visually impressive and just downright awesome as these examples. In fact, some of them are just strange and appear to have very little utility or value at all. In this video expose, I will describe the 7 strangest Force powers and abilities in no particular order. At number 7, we have the Force ability, Torture by Chagrin. Also known as Memory Walk, Torture by Chagrin was a dark side Force ability that forced an individual to relive all of their most painful and most embarrassing memories over and over again, until it caused the individual actual physical pain. This was done by the dark side user mentally reaching into the mind of their victim and manipulating it using the Force. The ability was once applied to Lando Calrissian by Roker Gepta, but rather than using the ability to merely cause Lando an abundance of pain, Gepta sought to use the technique to kill him. In only half an hour of the ability being applied, Lando noted that he felt pain like he never had before. Fortunately for Lando, he was rescued and escaped before he was killed by the Force ability, Torture by Chagrin. The 6th strangest Force ability is Force Bellow. Force Bellow was a power that allowed a Force user to amplify and weaponize their voice using the Force. Ithorian Jedi were particularly capable of using this ability, whereby they could empower their voices to such a large and immense degree that they could destroy obstacles and barriers. An example of an Ithorian Jedi using Force Bellow in this manner is when Jedi Master Korob used it during the Clone Wars in trying to protect Supreme Chancellor Palpatine during the Battle of Coruscant. Number 5 on our list of strangest Force abilities is Malasiya. What's Malasiya? Well, it was a Force ability that could be used to induce an immense amount of dizziness and nausea in an opponent by weaponizing and using their own equilibrium against them. Amazingly, it was so powerful that its effects were considered to be completely incapacitating, and at times, it could even cause the opponent to vomit. Malasiya was an accepted ability by the Jedi Order, and its member Jedi could use it, as it was not considered to be a dark side ability due to the fact that it didn't damage an opponent's body. Further, it was considered to be advantageous to the defense of a Jedi. That said, Jedi of the Old Republic rarely used the ability, and in the modern era, only Jedi Master Oppo Rancisis perfected it. At number 4 is Force Smell. Although there was a wide range of abilities available to a Force user to track down a valued target, one option that was available to them was to use the Force to augment and heighten their sense of smell to try to obtain additional information that would normally go unnoticed. Luke Skywalker once used Force Smell to pick up the odor of his target Sagara, thereby leading him in the right direction. Number 3 on our list is Force Scream. Unlike the previously mentioned Force Bellow, Force Scream was an involuntary ability that was produced and manifested solely by the adherents of the dark side of the Force. When a Sith Lord or dark side user grew to a certain level of emotion, typically while being bettered and frustrated by an opponent, they would let out an involuntary scream of intense rage, frustration, or grief that was emitted and amplified through the Force. Although a Force Scream was involuntary, it did produce devastating results, as the Force user's powerful negative emotions were weaponized in the form of shockwaves that rippled through the Force, and were capable of destroying physical barriers. Force Scream was used by Sith, such as Darth Malgus, Darth Malak, and Darth Nihilus. But the most recognizable use of this ability is when it was used by Darth Vader upon hearing of the death of Padme. In the penultimate spot on our list of strangest Force abilities is Plant Surge, a light side ability wherein a Force user would channel life energy into plants. By doing so, the user was able to greatly improve upon the plant's natural rate of growth. But more than that, those utilizing Plant Surge were able to affect and manipulate not just the speed of growth, but also the way in which the plant would grow. Plant surge could be utilized as an offensive technique, wherein plants could be used to grow at incredible speeds to trap and ensnare one's opponent, thereby making their escape extremely difficult. Therefore, plant surge allowed a force user to honorably defeat their opponent by trapping them within a tree. And finally, what may be the strangest force ability on our list is animal friendship. Also known as animal bond or beast control, animal friendship was a force power that allowed a user to control an animal. This was done by connecting with a wild animal mentally through the force, thereby calming them and allowing for it to be used in beneficial ways, such as a mount or guardian. Animal friendship was an ability open to both adherents of the light and dark sides of the Force. It was used by the Sith Lord Darth Bane to calm and subdue a bull rancor set on killing him, and was also used by Anakin Skywalker to calm a Reek on the planet of Geonosis, just prior to the start of the Clone Wars. So there we have it, the 7 strangest Force powers and abilities. We love making these videos, so why not subscribe for more fun Star Wars theories and discussions? Also, if you enjoyed the video, think about giving a like or leaving a comment. If not for me, for Cuddles!